to the stream. Gonna run an ad break here and then we will hop into the game. Once my dashboard loads up. Okay. Let's grab some seeds. Let's move to enhance real quick, because I've got a few experience. Oh no, I don't. I use them all. Okay. Just have a couple silvers that I need to burn. There we go. Okay. So, I promised that I would not do anything on the Permafrost Empire off stream, and I kept my word. All weekend was spent ember grinding. As you can see, we're exactly on section 8. So, let's hop back in, shall we? Oh no. I'm going in this blind. What would be best to bring in here? Let's go with a Raikou with a K-scope, a Hijikata with a Golden Sumo. That should be alright. It's just around midday now, but this blizzard isn't letting up at all. I placed a waypoint marking the location of the rebel army's hideout. Please take care not to get turned around on your way there. Stop. Missed. Evisabron? Shh. What was that sound? It sounds like something is crawling. Something quite large at that. You know, I've heard rumors that giants used to walk the earth back in the Age of Gods. I wonder if that's what Patsy was talking about. You mean the Diavoltron? Right, the demonic beast that can destroy a whole village on its own. Looking at it now, it seems that was no exaggeration. It appears to resemble a large hydra. Well, Master, what would you have us do? Shall we fight it or avoid it? I believe there is no wrong answer here. I will go along with whatever you decide. It might attack a village if we don't take it down. So let's fight it. As you wish. We will certainly need to face this enemy sooner or later if we are to survive here in Russia. I will begin by slowing it down with my golems. Mesh Cryolite, would you mind analyzing it for us? Right! I'll do everything I can to compile as much data about it as possible. I wonder what the other choice would have led to. Well, that did a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. Blake! Should have popped skills, oh well. Heracles will be able to take care of this, no problem. Okay, that skill seal is getting annoying. Now that was lucky. But as I said, Heracles will take care of this. See? You did it! I've confirmed that Diavoltron's vital signs have disappeared. I think I was able to run a fairly thorough analysis on it, too. It looks like its body produces alcohol. Oh? Oh? You don't mean vodka? Huh? Oh, no, it isn't distilled liquor. If anything, it looks like it's closer to the fermented kind. Fermented? That peasant's will? Ugh, never mind. Mist, hurry up and get yourself back to the rebel army's hideout. Any decent Russian military installation should have some vodka lying around. Make sure to bring back anything you can get them to share. I only hope the Yaga are still able to afford such luxuries. Come, Mist, let's hurry on. Birth of a Yaga. Fighting Lancers and Zerkers. Abby and Nero. Halt! This is Mist, and I'm a Visbrun. We are members of the Rebel Army. Please open the gate. Oh, it's you guys. Perfect timing. What do you mean? The boss has another favor to ask you. She wants your help hashing things out with the other servants. Ooh. Hey there. Where's the other one? Where'd Mash go? Hello, Paxi. I hope you don't mind me cutting in remotely like this. I was reassigned to the rear guard. Visabron is here now, so I can only be so much help in battle. So, for the time being, I'll be supporting you all as a navigator. Oh, huh. Alright. Anyway, he looked pretty tough to me, but I guess I was wrong. So, you have returned. Paxki told me everything that happened. You did well convincing 2 out of the 3 villages to help us. It is a shame that the 3rd village was destroyed, but there's nothing we can do about that now. I take it Mash has bowed out? Yes, I'm so sorry. It is fine. You must have your reasons, so I will not pry. If you have determined you are unable to fight, then removing yourself from the battlefield is the only sensible decision. Now then. While you were visiting those 2 villages, we learned about another possible ally. While it's safe to say that most of the frontiers area population is on our side, we still have precious few actual soldiers who are able to fight. Understandable, given that most of them are mere villagers. You see, there's actually another faction here in Russia, in addition to the Tsars Obraniki and our rebel army. Our numbers are primarily composed of farmers, but theirs are deserters and former nobility. The problem is that this faction is also being led by a servant. Do you know who they are? I've met him once. I still know little about him, but I believe he was of a class similar to my own. He also wasn't wearing any clothes. Oh. God fucking damn it, Charlemagne! God fucking damn it, Charlemagne! Oh, Charlemagne. Alright, Roland. I get the 2 mixed up, but you know, they're both related to Astolfo. Forgive me for that, but it's like, I knew exactly, I didn't know. Was it Roland? I'm afraid I did not get his name. At any rate, given that their leader is also a servant, it falls to me to meet with him. If it's Braun, I would like you to keep an eye on our base while I'm gone. Would you mind? What say you, Master? Go ahead and do it. Very well, your wish is my command. I will leave your golem as it is then. Atalanta, would you like a golem as well? No, thank you. I have no need for any vehicle. My name is famous for a reason. Yes. As I recall, you were the fastest runner in all of Greek myth. Paxki, I want you to come with us too. They're sure to get suspicious if we come without at least one Yaga. Furthermore, I am told you are a hunter, so I would like you to kill and dress any beasts we find along the way. I would do that as well, but I doubt the same is true for the Chaldean. Got it. I can do it. Well, Mist, looks like you and I are heading out together again. Glad to have you with us, Paxi. And it looks like we're good to go. Oh, right. Paxi, would you tell Yashkia to come here? Oh, thank you for the follow, Sinastard. You got it. Looking around here, I see kids playing, old folks relaxing comfortably, and farmers tilling their fields like they don't have a care in the world. For some reason, it makes me sick. I'd had such a clear image of what the rebels' army life must be like. I imagine brave soldiers probably risking their lives to defeat Ivan the Terrible. But now here I am, and I see it for what it is. A bunch of weakling Yaga with nowhere else to go. Kids, the elderly, farmers, this is their refuge. And that human-looking monster is the only thing keeping them safe. Hey, you're Yashkia, right? Huh? Yeah, that's me. Boss wants to see you. Some kind of message before we head out. Got it. I'll be right there. This is a map, and it's not of this area. The topography is too different. Are they planning on relocating the stronghold? Whatever. Alright, everyone, take care of things while I'm gone. It's in good hands, boss. Are you leaving, boss? Yes, but do not worry, I promise to return. Okay. Alright, now. I'll start with the cave at the halfway point. Paxki, you'll obtain and dress some meat before we get there. Got it. Alright, might as well get going. The weather's nice today. The blizzard has died down considerably. So our choices are a big blizzard or a slightly smaller blizzard. Yep, any day where the storm weakens is a lucky day. We almost never get weather like this after all. Wait, is your world a lot brighter than this mist? Yes, it is. It depends on where you go, but I would certainly say blue sky is much more common in our world. Though honestly, I haven't seen much of it myself, so it's a little silly for me to speak of it like I'm an expert. Blue sky, huh? For us, this is about as blue as it gets. Hey, when you say blue, you mean blue, right? Do you really get clear skies like that? Sure do. I see. What a weird color for the sky. Not at all. A clear blue sky brings peace of mind to all manner of people. Of course, different people do prefer different colors of sky. It's just as true for Yaga, too. Still, for us old-fashioned humans, it is depressing seeing the sky so stormy all the time. Anyway, I can smell demonic beasts nearby. Let's go hunting, Mist. Seriously, goddammit, Roland. Fix that stripping habit, you're worse than Gray. Gray at least keeps his underwear on. Stoffel, Charlemagne, do something about your friend. Some boars. Easy enough to cut down these are. Let's just get rid of one of them. And a bicord. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, Blake. You brought your rattle mouse to me? Ow! Now that is gonna hurt for a while, buddy. He caught my finger beneath the nail. Man, I'm still super impressed with you guys. What's that scent? That is no demonic beast. It smells like Yaga blood. It is likely too late to help, but we should go check it out nonetheless. Hey, I found them, although... What's up? I see. They're dead. Ow, that stings. They're dead. I suppose they had an unlucky encounter with demonic beasts. No, it's not that. They were killed by a weapon. A frighteningly sharp one at that. No Yaga sword or hatchet would make a cut so clean. Their skin is much tougher than any human's, so the only way to cut through them like this is with a very sharp weapon and a truly powerful blow. My finger hurts so much. Could it be a Yaga hunting other Yaga with a blade? Or maybe there's a demonic beast with blades like this. I've never heard of anything like that. And then there's these footprints. These are no Yaga prints. These are human prints like yours. Like ours? Come to think of it, we did hear about someone who protected a Yaga village from bandits.
Ah, yes. The one who supposedly sliced off the bandits' arms in an instant. This may indeed be our swordsman, but there is too little evidence to be certain. It could also be another servant we know nothing about, after all. We shall have to keep all that in mind. Now come on, the sun is going to set soon. We can rest in the cave up ahead. Pexky, will you drain our prey's blood? Guess the stench would be a lot for a human to take. Just sit tight. You can make most of it go away by draining the blood and letting it sit in water mixed with salt and herbs for a while. I'll put the entrails aside too. If you boil them and keep them in a leather pouch, they can work as a lure for demonic beasts. If things get bad, you can just toss it and the things will go running after it. Are the entrails inedible? Technically no, but they don't exactly taste great. Plus, they're real poisonous. Then they must contain a lot of toxins. It'd be safer to just avoid them then. Yep, but the back meat's safe. Here, I just finished cooking some. Go on, eat up. Reminds me a lot of bear meat. Bear, huh? What sort of creature is that? Is it weak? Does it taste good? Is it filling? Foam. You know, the more I look at that thing, the stranger it seems. From our perspective, it is the Yaga who are the real wonder. I still cannot fathom how your kind has managed to survive in this frigid world. It does regularly fall below minus 100 degrees at night and on particularly cold days. Don't see how even merging with demonic beasts let you survive. Don't go around asking other Yaga about that. It's considered a serious taboo. There was a time, back before we had guns that could kill demonic beasts, when we used to eat weak Yaga. Blake! Baby. Well, you know how people used to breed livestock, right? Artificial selection, I think they called it. It's how we survived this long, too. The weak were weeded out. The strong and weak were analyzed to see what separated them, and the strong were prized above all else. After we... Ow! After we merged with demonic beasts, we ate those who were swallowed up by the power, or couldn't handle it, or couldn't ever see themselves going on like this. Next, we fed on the young and sickly, followed by those who were just straight up weak. After all that, we stopped just being a combination of demonic beast and human, and started being Yaga. My old man told me where our name came from a long time ago. It was something like Baba Yaga, I think. Baba Yaga? It's a figure from Slavic folklore. I believe she was a man-eating witch. They say that's where we got the idea to start calling ourselves Yaga. That's what we started calling ourselves to set us apart from the old frail humans. Or maybe because we were willing to kill and eat our own kind. Anyway, now you know why we're called that. It reminds us so we never forget what we did. Somebody named us Yaga for a reason. So when you get right down to it, we really aren't like you guys. No, maybe not. We are weak and frail, which is why we banded together. To be honest, I feel rather at home among this Yaga society, except when it comes to the children. I have no problem with grown-ups fighting and eating each other, but children... I see you're still you, altar or not. That is none of your business. Maybe that's why the other Yaga accepted you as their boss. A new blizzard began at nightfall, and it never stopped. We ended up waiting in the cave overnight. Even when morning came, it was only marginally brighter out than it had been at night. But for a Yaga like me, that light was more than enough. After all, I could still clearly make out mist as she was sleeping in this dimly lit cave. She still had her eyes closed, but she was quietly talking to Mash's projection. Even I didn't feel right listening in on that. Besides, I could tell from her expression that they weren't talking about anything important, let alone me. Atalanta, though. She had her eyes closed, but I was pretty sure she wasn't actually sleeping. Just turning and looking at her for a bit made her furrow her brow. I turned away pretty quickly. If I'd kept looking at her for just one more second, I'm sure she'd have opened her eyes. Atalanta's no Yaga, but she looks more like one of us than she does humans. That's probably why the Yaga trust her. She's only a little different from us. That's not true for Mist, though. It isn't just the way she looks. There's something fundamentally different about her. A long, long time ago, I left something behind that I just couldn't take anymore. It nags at me now just a little bit, like a tiny thorn jabbing me in the chest. Nevertheless, I decided to just put it out of my mind. To close my eyes, fall asleep, and not think about anything. Yaga Damatsk. Fighting archers, huh? That'll see us through. According to the map, there's nothing but ruined old villages up ahead. You sure we're going the right way? I am. The blizzard seems even stronger than usual today. Maybe that's why our comms keep cutting out. At Chaldea, we could stay in contact no matter how far apart in time and space we might be, but now... Are you alright, Master? I'm managing. Damn, I'm impressed. This is rough, even for a Yaga like me. Huh? Who goes there? That's what I want to know. Billy! What are you lot doing in a dilapidated old frontier town like this? I'm afraid with a storm like this going on, I've got no choice but to take a few pot shots. I could have sworn he was aiming directly at us just now. I'm Atalanta, Hunter of Greece. I wish to speak to your leader. I ain't got a damn thing to talk about with you. Well, we do. We are coming your way whether you like it or not. Fine then, you want to come over here be my guest. But I'm going to see what you're made of first. Let me introduce myself right proper. Name's Billy the Kid. Get past me if you can. Billy! No. Okay, a break bar. Fun to deal with. Well, let's just lead off with this. I really don't care about charging his MP. He'll be taken care of here soon enough. Aside from that, I can inflict an MP seal on him. You know, why didn't I do that earlier? Go away, spam. I have spent some money on the game, yes. But I am not a full-blown whale. I can't afford to be a full-blown whale. But Tama here was from the New Year's GSSR, so it kind of was a spook. And besides, unless it's for GSSR, when I spend money on the game, I'm practically guaranteed to not get a 5-star. Or at least it seems that way. Most of my 5-stars are from tickets and the like. Alright, let's leave Tama in and grab Abby. Whoa there, hold your horses a moment. Good grief, he certainly does not lack for energy. Billy! Chaldea? What's that? Ain't never heard of that before. What do y'all even know about me anyways? Just been one damn mess after another since we got summoned here. We ain't got a scintilla of an idea about what we ought to be doing or how we to go about it. Master, this Billy doesn't match the record in the Spirit Origin graph. He doesn't appear to be the same Billy we got to know back in North America. This world must have summoned him then. I'm surprised there was enough magical energy for that, given the lack of a holy grail. What happened? No, wait. There's no reason to assume there's no holy grail here. That would be nonsensical. The very fact that there are servants without a master proves that there must be a holy grail here, or something equivalent to one. If a holy grail does not fall into human hands, it acts as a neutral source of magical energy, one that simply reacts to the world it finds itself in which case it would be perfectly sensible for it to respond to humanity's death throes by summoning servants to counter the source of that trouble. I haven't met you before, but... that's so. Well, afraid I'm the only me I know of. Now then, hey, Berserker, that hunter lady's here. And she's got a human and some other servants with her. She's finally here, huh? Alright, me and you'll do this together. Oh, Beowulf. Hey there, didn't know we were back on speaking terms. Beowulf! Who are you? A human? No, you must be a servant. And you must be a mage. So you're the master, huh? So you're the mage working for Ivan the Terrible. No! I'm the master of Chaldea.
Blake!
Chaldea, as in the Stargazers? Seems to ring the bell. Maybe, maybe not. Damn it, my memory's been messed up ever since I got summoned. Can't even remember anything about myself. I'm in America. America? Nope, sorry. Can't remember. And that means I can't trust you.
Blake.
Still, if you've come all the way out here, you must have known what you were getting yourself into. First we fight, then we talk. In Russia, you gotta be strong to survive. Prove to me that you're the strongest there is.
I see. Alright, let us do battle.
Atalanta? Trust me on this, Master Mesh. He's no ordinary warmonger. I'm certain there is a method to his madness.
Got it.
Good. Now, since you've got two on your side... Oi, Billy! Alright, if we're doing this, I ain't gonna hold nothing back. You wanna earn our trust? Then my 6-shooter will determine whether you're worthy. Here they come, Mist. I trust you are ready to meet them. I love my kitty to bits, but sometimes, just sometimes... Okay. A faithful prayer. A bit of fear. And a little bit of trying to give in peace. I don't need her anyways. Not to deal with these two. Of course, I can't exactly pop off Tama's Noble Phantasm while Beowulf is targeted. Unfortunate, isn't it? Because I want Tama's to hit Billy's. Hello. Just going through Anastasia. course we gotta deal with more than just the first. Well, let's go ahead and get that broken for Billy. It's really quite good. A lot better than the end of the Remnants. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call any of them bad, but they just weren't as well written as they could have been. Well, it's a matter of opinion, so, eh. They were enjoyable enough to get through them. I'm curious of them. Well, he actually did enough damage to her. Okay. That was surprising. My favorite in terms of design. I'd have to look at them again. Let's just make sure that she'll live. The 7th cryptor, eh? Honestly, I really do rather like Kirok and Hinako. And yes, I did pull up images for them. There is no holding back here. Alright. But there is no holding back here. Oh wow. How close is Artoria to Bond 10? There we go. That ought to do it. Phew, you guys are good. You see, Yaga? These guys' strength is the real deal. Anyone got a problem with them? Nope. Not here. Not at all. Great, now we should be all set. Welcome to the Thugs' Village. Come on, we'll show you the way. Good grief, so that is what it was all about. I'm going to be right back, because that was the doorbell. Why was the doorbell being rung? It was a package delivery, for those of you who may be curious. And my housemate needs scissors to cut them open. Okay, I am back. Oh, no battles. Neato. Sorry about that, Master of Chaldea, or whatever it was. How about we start over? I'm Beowulf, and that's Billy. We're just a couple of wandering bastards who got summoned here about 3 months ago. We didn't have a master, or even the faintest idea what the hell was going on besides the fact that it's ungodly cold here. After wandering around aimlessly for a while, one thing led to another, we ended up becoming guards for this village. Well, leaders, really. I
can't believe that two rogue servants survived out here for 3 whole months. Still, you both appear to be from proper human history. Why did you challenge us to a fight?
We had to prove that we were strong, or the Yaga outside would never have accepted us.
Even with their boss vouching for us?
Trust me, they're stubborn as hell. They wouldn't have believed it if they hadn't seen it for themselves. Here, have some coffee. Or, well, it's broth made from beans that look a mite like coffee at least. I added a bit of sugar so it'll taste better than it looks. Just a little something in the way of an apology for that testing business out there. Reckon we got a little carried away seeing other humans. Well, servants and a mage, besides us. Yeah, hell, I was downright euphoric. Sorry about that, lady.
Do not trouble yourselves about it. In truth, I am positively elated that I was not the only one called to the land. That I was not the only one the land called here. I cannot believe you make coffee here. What a peculiar taste. It tastes like spiced apple, and yet there's still a distinct coffee flavor to it.
This hits the spot. I'm surprised you guys have it in you to drink this stuff.
Well, we got a fair number of descendants of former noble folk here. They got recipes for all manner of things, turns out. A handful of these Yaga got a talent for magecraft, so we can even grow vegetables in a greenhouse.
Allow me to introduce myself again.
My name is Atalanta. I'm the servant leading the rebel army against Ivan the Terrible. The last time we met, we did little more than glare at one another from across the snowy plains without revealing our true names. I'm pleased we have had the chance to sit face to face and speak with each other.
Welcome back. I had something that called my attention away for a time. Same here. I'm glad you stopped by. The Yaga here can be a little weird at times. Of course, that's probably why they didn't have a place under Ivan's regime.
Far apart, the rebel army decided to revolt because they were too weak to survive under Ivan's rule. I know our groups possess very different temperaments, but would it be possible for us to join forces nonetheless?
Well, speaking for ourselves, we ain't got no quarrel with the notion, but I don't see our people going for it. For the moment, I'd have to say no.
That hardly comes to a surprise.
The Yaga in the rebel army had no issue with my being a woman. But given how others were looking at me earlier, yep. For these Yaga, male chauvinism's the order of the day. There's no strong female Yaga, or at least there weren't any that were able to prove their strength. So this lot's gone and decided that all females are weak everywhere.
What drivel?
Both men and women are equally capable fighters as long as they are well trained. Yaga may not die from extreme temperatures or excessive blood loss like humans do, but they are just as vulnerable to having their brains or hearts destroyed as we are, male or female.
You wouldn't die from losing a lot of blood, Paxi?
Alright. I guess you humans can die that way, huh? If you sever a Yaga's artery or the like, our blood vessels just reconnect themselves. If we're losing blood, we just produce more automatically. So you humans die if one of your arteries gets severed, huh? Sounds rough.
That reminds me. On our way here, we saw some Yaga who had been cut to pieces. Was that your doing, Beowulf?
Cut to pieces? I don't remember killing any Yaga recently. Besides, Miss Hort's practically a club, really. Better for pounding than slashing.
The Yaga have been passing around a story about a human killer. Sounds similar, you ask me.
Killer? Right. There was an urban legend of sorts going around sometime after we were summoned here. Says there's someone going around cutting down Operniki and Yaga alike. Whoever it is happened to save one of our guys at one point, and he said they claimed to be from Chaldea.
Chaldea? That is your organization, is it not, Mist? Do you have any idea who this person might be?
Not a clue. Other than the clue you gave of Roland.
Well, they may not be our ally, but if they are killing Operniki, they are no friend of the Tsar either.
Anyway, getting back on track. One of the problems is that these Yaga put too much importance on being strong, but that's not by any means the only problem. They think it's only proper for the weak to serve the strong, or for those who are big and tall to look down on those who aren't, so to speak.
Been telling them that ain't the case, but calling them slow learners is giving them too much credit. I've been ambushed more times than I care to count.
Of course, a few rounds to the knees and bellies settled them down. See, Yaga are more than a bit tough to kill. The whole reason these Yaga have come to accept us as their leaders is because we've kept beating them in one-on-one duels. And since you guys held your own against us, they'll accept you too. Truly, we'd love to get the hell out of this place ourselves. But we can't. We know what would happen if we did. I see. These Yaga would turn to banditry. That's the big problem. You guys must have run into bandits a few times by now, right? Well, they used to be part of our group. And there's bound to be some Yaga here who aren't going to be happy about you killing their friends. You mean you knew your Yaga had turned to banditry and did nothing to stop them? No, that ain't the way of it. When Beowulf and I took over things here, some of the Yaga got it into their heads to defect. Said they wouldn't let no humans lead them and they'd rather join up with the rebel army. Never entered our minds they'd set upon other settlements and steal food. We're awful sorry. They must have changed their minds after seeing us. They probably wrote us off as a group of weak, disenfranchised Yaga led by a human female. It's my fault for not stopping them. I'm sorry. What is done is done. I cannot expect you to keep track of those who have defected from your command. Okay, the clue that was given earlier is that Atalanta encountered another servant who was completely naked. Other than Roland, what servants do we know of who would be completely naked? Can you think of any? Can you think of any character in the Fate franchise who would be completely naked? One of the dialogue options was it Roland? Now Beowulf has pants. Anyways, what is done is done. I cannot expect you to keep track of those who have defected from your command. Still, given everything you have told us, it does seem that joining forces will be fraught with risk. My settlement is home not only to women who have never seen combat, but also children, the elderly, and those suffering various illnesses. There would inevitably be a great deal of discord between the two sides. Exactly. So how about this? Instead of joining forces, we forge an alliance. No. Atalanta said that the person she encountered was completely naked. Was completely naked. Not was not, but was completely naked. But anyways, instead of joining forces, we forge an alliance. That way there shouldn't be any problem. So we would each carry out our own tasks separately, but work toward the same goal? Yes, that would be better. We may not be able to coordinate our plans of attack, but we could at least avoid getting in each other's way. How would we communicate? Well, what about that lovely girl of yours who pops up and chimes in every now and then? Can't you people at Chaldea or whatever it was do something to keep us in touch? I'm sorry. Right now, the Shadow Porter is only capable of communicating with Master. What do you think, Da Vinci? Let's see. Looks like we had some comm devices back in America. Oh, I even made a note saying how much easier they made things. We don't have anything like that right now, nor the materials to make them. Plus, this world doesn't really work by the rules we're used to. Unlike proper human history, it's just too stagnant here for magical energy to reach around the world so readily. It's safe to communicate with Mist since she's a Chaldean master, but any other transmissions could end up getting intercepted. Sorry, but no dice. Gotcha. Well, that's a right shame. Suppose we can always use the demonic beast we domesticated. You mean you've domesticated a demonic beast here too? Of course. Well, wasn't my doing so much as a mage's, but y'all get the idea. You got any casters working for you? 2, and they're both awesome. A Visbron has certainly proven most dependable. Who's the other one you're talking about? Ow!
Hey there, I'm Leonardo da Vinci, caster extraordinaire.
Well, this is a surprise. For some reason, I already know your name. But I didn't really expect the prime of your life to have been at such a young age.
Is it so strange?
Yeah. Looking at you now, you look almost like a child. Guess it's true what they say about artists and writers hitting their peaks at different ages. What are you saying? Don't be fooled. She may look young, but she's just as old and cranky on the inside as youch!
Anyway, can I see this demonic beast of yours?
Sure. Here he is. It certainly is an unusual looking creature. Even I've never seen its like before.
He could be a species that went extinct in our world. That aside, he's certainly
indescribably cute. Right, he's a real cutie.
Does he have a name?
Sure he does. This is Shan-Shan.
What a lovely name.
This little fella here can sniff out Beowulf for me purely from our magical energy.
Interesting. But I'm afraid I don't see how he could follow magical energy through a comms device.
Then I will have him learn my scent. Here, Shan-Shan. It's alright. Is it just me, or is he really, really afraid of you? Well, I suppose these things happen. She's really taking this hard.
She did grow up in the forest among all sorts of different beasts, after all.
Well, I have killed many of his fellow demonic beasts. I suppose it is no wonder he's frightened of me.
What about me?
Well, no, he certainly seems fine with the master here. Shan-Shan, I want you to remember our scent. Can you do that?
He's shaking his head.
I see. Okay, I understand. Atalanta, he can't learn your scent because you're too similar to demonic beasts. As far as Shan-Shan's concerned, you're more of a predator than a friend.
I see. Well, if that is how it is, then there's nothing I can do.
As for you, Master of Chaldea, that mystic coat of yours seems to be masking any magical energy he might use to track you. But of course, you probably can't survive here without it, and since Shan-Shan can't track Yaga scents. Yeah, that rules me out too. I suppose that doesn't leave us much choice. Well then, I've come to a decision. I'll go with them. So what, you're just gonna pawn these guys off on me? Putting down roots ain't really in the cards for outlaws like me. Besides, you're a king. The heart of it is that I got a feeling we servants were summoned here to fight this Ivan the Terrible. Of course, that's true of you as well, Bayo, but you got other things to keep you here. But that ain't the case for me. Honestly, Whoa there, Billy, you don't need to say anything more. Go on, then. Get out of here. I surely will. Sorry to be leaving you behind with all the tough work. Yeah, well, what can you do? It's just how it is for kings. Thanks, Bayo. You take care of these folks while I'm away. Don't worry. They'll be in good hands. There you have it, Atalanta. Billy's gonna be tagging along with you now.
I would ask if you will be able to keep these young in line on your own, but I suppose that would be unbecoming.
Damn straight it would. I'm Beowulf, remember? As long as the spirit origin body mind remembers I'm a king. I'll make a fair, just government and save the people of this land. A fair and just government? Thanks, Your Majesty. Honestly, I'm not really cut out for this stuff. So there you have it, Atalanta. From now on, me and all these other outlaw Yaga will be helping the rebel army out. As for you, Master of Chaldea, yeah, my word that I'll support you guys however I can.
Thank you, Beowulf. I'm finally beginning to see a path to defeating Ivan the Terrible.
Just be careful. Ivan the Terrible's seriously bad news. I've never seen him in person, but I can tell he's like a bomb waiting to go off.
I know. That is the one thing I have been certain of since I was summoned here. He has lived for over 450 years. He is likely to be as powerful as a phantasmal from the Age of Gods, potentially even at the level of a divine beast. Compared to that, my Caledonian boar was merely a common demonic beast.
The Operniki are a real pain too, since they're as strong as a servant in their own right.
What did you say?
Hold it. As strong as a servant? I was able to defeat one of them myself. Servant should have no trouble with them. Right. The Operniki in the capital are a lot stronger than the ones around the frontier.
Really?
The closer you get to the capital, the stronger they get. I'm guessing it's something to do with their faith in the Tsar. The more the Operniki believe in him, the more it manifests as increased strength.
You're kidding me. This is awful.
It's okay. We've got strength to spare on our side too.
Thank you. Your words are most reassuring.
Pardon my intrusion, but there's one last thing I would like to ask you. Are you familiar with that giant tree, the one supposedly called the Tree of Emptiness? Of course. Didn't know that was its name, though.
Is there anything you can tell us about it? Anything at all?
I think I might have heard something before.
Hey, wasn't Zedanov talking about it not too long ago?
Remember, back when he was still in Yakamasco? Said he and some friends of his went to get a look at it. That's it. And I think he said there's nothing there.
Nothing?
Yeah, just a plain old giant tree.
So it is nothing but an ordinary, if giant, tree, is it? Fascinating. The more I hear, the more intriguing this becomes.
Really, a plain old tree. Fascinating. Absolutely. I would like to go see it for myself, but I definitely wouldn't do that if I were you. That thing's right near Yagamasco. Not the kind of place you just wander into for a bit of sightseeing.
Naturally.
Alright, now that that's settled, I think it's time we got started. First off, we need to talk about our plan of action. We'll wait for the right time to make a move, then we'll go around stirring up trouble near the capital.
And you would do this as a diversionary action in order to draw out the capital's Operniki?
Right. They don't care what we get up to here on the frontier, but they're not going to take anything that disturbs their Tsar's glory lying down. So they'll definitely send out the Operniki in droves to deal with us. I'm sure they'll summon more Operniki afterwards, but it's not going to happen right away. Which means they'd give you rebel guys a chance to attack the capital while it's relatively unguarded. How's that sound?
That sounds ideal to me as well. What do you think, Master?
There's still the priest, Koya Anastasia, and one more.
You mean the 3 servants who attacked Chaldea? Given that the Operniki helped them, and that this is Russia, I think that girl's true name might be...
Yeah, I'd give it even odds that she's the Grand Duchess. I don't know what she's doing on Ivan's side, but given that she is, I think our only option is to face them all head on. My contact in the capital has reported seeing a young woman there. He said she's called the Grand Duchess, and that she commands the highest respect from the Operniki despite appearing human. Ah, gotcha. This is your dream, eh?
Oh dear. I wonder what that was there at the end. Just realized I've not checked something. Because I want to summon on the Rider class banner. Which is today! I'm glad I went to check.
pause a little bit on doing Anastasia and do a tempo real quick. Ozzy, Drake, please, one of you. I wonder if I'll actually get anything, or if there was nothing. There really wasn't any loading, so I don't think I'll really be getting anything. I just want a 5-star of it, all of the main classes, and Writer's the only one I don't have. But I don't think I got anything. There wasn't any loading after all. Not even a 4-star servant. I mean, I might. Depends on if I get a writer between now and then, but you know. Doesn't stop me from trying. There is nothing that stops me from trying. Eyes of a monster. I mean, the rates are really the same. Like, seriously, the rates are pretty much the same. Anyways, gotcha. So this is your dream ahead. Pain that grows more terrible with each passing moment. Unfathomable bewilderment. Fear that threatens to swallow you whole. And above all, complete and utter loathing for the soldiers who looked down at you in scorn. In an instant, my pain turned to pleasure, and I vowed I would kill them all myself. Yes, there was never a time I did not hear this voice. Not that Olga, Tatiana, Maria, Alexei, Papa, or Mama ever noticed. I could always hear this voice, whether I was playing a prank or climbing a tree. If you do 10 singles, you're practically guaranteed a gold anyways. But I also knew it wasn't anything like a guardian angel. If it was, I wouldn't be dead right now.
Even when I only had seconds left to live, all he did was stare at me. He was a creature of fantasy, summoned by my desire to kill those who had wronged me. A monster with mystic eyes, who only appears to Romanovs who were born with the ability to see him. The soldiers hacked my body to pieces. Then they burned me and buried my ashes. Even as my clothes were stripped off, my body chopped to pieces, and my ashen remains planted in the ground, I was still conscious enough to understand what was happening. That is why I made certain those soldiers would never again enjoy a moment of peace. Oh, now that is creepy. Death is too good for you. No, you're going to live in fear for the rest of your lives. Vi, will always be watching you. Oh God, that is... I will forever pass judgment on your sins. I will forever see to your punishment. I will always, always be watching until the day you die. Always, always, always. Let me put it this way, is my luck is same whether I do 10 rolls or YOLOs. Anyways. Ugh, damn it, gray skies, a world without light. I've never known anything else. Did I wake you? I wasn't sleeping. I was just dreaming. Is there a difference? Huge. It's the difference between your mind being shut off and your mind changing gears. Dreams have long since abandoned my sleep, and now I no longer need sleep. It's just like it is with servants. So what's the occasion? Did something happen? We received a report from the Upper Nikki we sent out to the frontier. It didn't have much to say, but it did mention that they had burned down one of the rebel army storehouses. That should make things more difficult for them. And then there's the servants who aren't with the rebels. We should figure out what to do about them soon, before they think to challenge the Tsar's glory. We should be able to handle them together. The Metropolitan can take care of things here in the meantime. Then it's a date. I'll go get ready. What do you need to get ready for? Just go like that. You really don't know how to treat your servants, do you? You're supposed to send me off with a smile. Lay off. I'm all about efficiency. There's no other way an ordinary guy like me could ever catch up to genius. The only way to beat someone who understands efficiency at a practical level is to dream up something even more efficient. I see. In that case, come help me get ready. That will be more efficient than simply waiting around. Yeah. And stop answering me like some lazy soldier. It makes me feel like cursing you. Alright, Anastasia. So what is it you want my help with? I want you to help me choose which coat I should wear. What an innocent, heartwarming sight. It was like watching them dance a waltz on top of the thinnest of ice, where one crack could send them tumbling into the abyss. I guess it just goes to show what the Grand Duchess is... to show that the Grand Duchess is a good match for our timid kiddo. A boy weakened by his reluctance to give up on anything, and a girl empowered after giving up everything, huh? They are quite the pair. Each makes up for the other's shortcomings. Even I can't think of a servant and master that are better suited to each other. Which is why you really should stop stirring them up just for your amusement, Koyunosakya. As the Tsar's aide, I can't overlook this any longer. Oh my, I didn't know you were so patriotic. Does it pain you to see your beloved homeland so messed up?
Well, lucky for you, I was just thinking it's time I was on my merry little way anyway. I've already said hello to the Chaldeans, and I've confirmed that the star is coming along nicely. So since there's no work left for me to do here, I'll be moving on to my next assigned destination. Especially since Lord Woodheim has apparently gone and sent out Miss High and Mighty Canis, too. By all means. Your preferred forms of entertainment are nowhere to be found in Russia anyway. There are no humans desperately fighting for their survival here. Not a single person you would enjoy trampling all over. No matter how you look at it, this Lostbelt is utterly devoid of hope for the future.
Yes, so it would seem. That's the one part that's truly a shame. Well, I'd best be on my way. No point sticking around a barren land with no money being made after all.
I see you travel light. Oh yes. Would you like me to pray for your safe travels?
No, thank you. I have a feeling your prayers would only bring about the opposite of what they sought. Well, here's doing business again. Remember, when you want to get rich at others' expense, or want to be happy no matter what else it might hurt, make sure to call on NFF services. We make all those sorts of dreams come true.
Rats, I believe she called them. Takes one to know one, as the saying goes. You should learn to be mindful of the dangers that lie in your path, Anastasia. As things stand now, you may as well be a rat fleeing a sinking ship. Fighting Lancers and Berserker. Oh, that was a protective chat. Nice to get some good news for a change. Alright, Billy, you take it from here. Sure thing, Belle. Hope we meet again down the road. Where are you off to, Billy? Oh, I'll be running with them. Beowulf will be running this show from now on. What? You're joining the rebel army? Sure am. I know you don't hold humans in high esteem, but there's heaps more to them than you think. Servant or no, I'm still just good old-fashioned human. Suits me fine to rebel with the rest. See you around. Two days after setting off on their journey. Huh? Shun's trying to tell us something. It seems there are demonic beasts nearby. Are you ready, Paxi? Yeah, I know the deal. Time for some fresh meat. Hey, that could be your catchphrase. Sometimes I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, they ain't exactly delicious, but there's plenty of meat on them. Alright, let's say we rustle up some grub for the rebel army. Yes, let's.
And thank you for wishing the... well, I hope you do well as bolt beans. See ya. I am not surprised I'm so tired. I could not sleep for hours last night. I have cats. I have 2 cats.
If they get it in their head to be rambunctious, well, they get noisy. Hmm? What?
You said you had 2 cats. Oh, they weren't in here, were they?
No.
Oh.
Yuzanime asked why I didn't get much sleep.
Oh. In that case, I might have just released a beast somewhere. Oh no.
It's fine.
I have lost the Blake. I lost the Blake.
It's fine. I can probably find him very quick. Because it's cold. I picked this up and... There he is.
Hi, Blakey boy.
I told you I could find him real quick. I didn't even have to leave my chair.
Yeah.
Mitz is always the harder one to find. She doesn't come running for rattle toys.
Yeah, not all that long ago I had a fluffy, vibrating headrest. When I noticed my headrest moved. Isn't you headrest? Anyway, these things means gonna have some cake and ice cream for breakfast.
Go right ahead. Click, click, click. Oh, come on. He was being a good boy.
Oh?
Yes. And you drag him away. He wants the toy now.
Go get it, boy. Here's the couldn't tell with that cat. Climbing all over your desk, trying to eat bread. What cat eats bread?
Romeo did.
Oh?
We had to start using the bread box again because of how much he got into the bread.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, you would actually get into the loaves of bread.
Yeah. That's why we used to keep the bread up in the cabinet.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. What is it with your cats and eating bread?
I don't know.
Well, I guess Mitz doesn't eat bread. Mitz keeps... Mitz, when I was cooking the fish on the grill, Mitz hopped up on the bar stool and yelled at me.
Hey, at least Blake and Mitz don't hop up onto the counters.
Yes, I am very thankful for that, at least. Ugh, that would make things so much more nightmarish if you don't understand.
Which I will admit is a little bit strange. They hop up anywhere else they can reach, but they don't get up onto the counters or the counters in the kitchen or onto the table that's in the kitchen. No cat problems right now.
A needle. Oh, thank God, a needle. Still nowhere near enough, but thank God, a needle.
Alright, we got meat. You guys are all gonna have some too, right? Well, servants ain't really gotta eat, but if there's enough to go around, I'll have myself a bite. But the real silver dollar is the alcohol you have with stewed meat. I know how you feel. I would love some cider myself. Cider, huh? I'm partial to bourbon myself. Tequila ain't bad either. Of course, back in that village, I'd brew just about anything I had on hand. I've heard there's different kinds of alcohol, but I've only ever had the one kind. What do the others taste like? Ah, right. Most of what y'all got to drink is just straight vodka with no kind of flavor to it, yeah? Still got a bit of the last batch I distilled. Care for a nip? Sure, I'll give it a shot. That's good. Really good. Though it does taste a little weak. Actually, this here is about as strong as it gets back home. Guess you, Yaga, can really hold your drink. A little too well, if you ask me. We should be there soon. No signal fire. Seems things kept running fine even though we were gone for quite a while. We're back. Open the gate. Welcome back, boss. I see you've returned. I have some good news. Another servant by the name of Billy the Kid has agreed to join us. Howdy. You must be a Visbron. Billy the Kid. Nice to meet you. The pleasure is all mine. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I must greet you with some bad news. Oh, what is it? We are on the verge of running out of food altogether. Because of that storehouse. I don't care who it is. I really don't. But I suppose my desire is just a little bit too strong. Oh well. Becoming those who pilfer. Quite a variety of enemies here. I just want to see something real. 30. She is so close to bottom 10. Does it hurt that much? This area stopped receiving food from the capital a long time ago. The capital also lays first claim to any demonic beast the hunters catch here. That is why these Yaga had no choice but to revolt. It was the only choice if they wished to survive. Securing a food supply was our most important order of business as well. It was simply not possible to grow enough grain to feed everyone. So we worked together with other villages to hunt demonic beasts and share their meat. That was enough to get by, at least until now. Why did the food supplies suddenly run out? The rebel army simply grew faster than we expected. There are more mouths to feed now. We have no right to turn anyone away after all. A lot of youngsters around here. Ever occurred to you to turn them away, Atalanta?
No, their mothers and fathers have all vowed to fight to ensure their children do not go hungry. That system, where the weak are left behind to die, is precisely what they wish to fight against. As such, the rebel army is honor bound to keep children alive.
Can't say you're being exactly objective about all this, are you?
No.
Hell yeah, that's great. Sure, I'm glad I decided to sign on with y'all.
That aside, even as matters stand, our food reserves should have been sufficient to keep us fed for some time.
You mean that storehouse?
Storehouse?
It should be alright to tell you now.
We had a hidden storehouse that only a select few of our members knew about.
You're speaking in the past tense. I'm gonna venture a guess that it ain't around no more.
That's right. We were storing roughly 30% of all our food in there. When our stronghold's reserves fell low enough, we would restock them from the storehouse, but now...
Now that storehouse is gone, huh?
Indeed.
I am told that Operniki found our Yaga as they were carrying food out. Then they burned down the storehouse and killed everyone there.
They burned it down? The Operniki have no need for food. No matter how much the rest of the country is starving, they will always favor the Tsar's glory above all else.
I see. Then they are almost certainly Ivan the Terrible's noble phantasm, as we suspected. But then, how could he maintain his noble phantasm for all hours of the day like this? To do so would consume an incredible amount of magical energy. No, that can't be right. The law of equivalent exchange simply wouldn't allow for that.
Avisbron?
My apologies. First we need to resolve our food supplies problem, don't we?
Right, this may be difficult for a human like you to understand, mister, but Yaga require a tremendous amount of food and can starve very quickly. On average, a human can go as many as 7 days without food as long as they have access to water. But Yaga can only last without food for 3 days before they die of starvation. On top of that, the average Yaga requires several times the calories per day as the average human. That is the plight every Yaga faces. If they are to survive in this frozen tundra, they must consume vast quantities of food. I see, that does make sense. I apologize for this example, but it reminds me of a certain species of rat. This rat would need to eat constantly, or it would burn too many calories and die on the spot. Is that really the best example you could come up with? At any rate, with so many Yaga, we could dedicate all of our resources to hunting and still not have enough food to feed them all. And we have precious little food left before we run out entirely. Alright, how do we resolve this? I'd hoped it would not come to this, but under the circumstances, we have no choice but to steal food from the pro-Tsar city of Yaga Smolensk. Yaga Smolensk is situated some distance away from both the frontier and the capital, and has relatively few Operniki guarding it. You want to steal food?
And from my town?
I see no alternative, though I agree that it is a most distasteful move. I know that! But we must consider the children and elderly who cannot long survive without food. Even then, it is catch-22. Should we devote all our food to them, our soldiers on the front lines will find themselves too weak to fight. Please understand, I know that this is one of the worst moves the rebel army could make. That is why I've chosen one of the cities most loyal to the Tsar. Further, we will not be taking all of their food. We will send as many soldiers as we are able and attempt to negotiate to secure food. However, this time we will not give them the option of refusal. We will leave with the supplies we require, whether they agree or not. I only hope we can take just enough so that neither we nor they end up starving. It's gonna be tough. I mean, they've already got heaps of food stored away, but... yeah, they've also got a bunch of secret demonic beast hunting grounds they keep to themselves. That's how they do things there. They don't just make sure they've got enough to eat. They always make a bundle by selling off the excess. No wonder they have no problem sucking up to the Operniki. They never have to worry about starving. They've got it made there just as much as they do up in Yaga Moscow. Some Yaga they are. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Hey. You don't think you guys would do the same thing if you were in their position? None of them asked to be in that situation, and it still took everyone who lives there everything they had to build that city. It's not like they're all living it up either. Some of them couldn't and ended up starving to death. Still, even having said all that, I bet it does sound like they've got it made compared to life in a village. But that doesn't mean they're bad guys, or that it's okay to do whatever you want to them. You from there or something? I was, before they kicked me out. I'm not gonna defend them, but I'm not against stealing their food either. But they're still Yaga, just like you and me. Don't forget that. Paxi is right. I will not have any harm come to the city's residents. That was always the plan, but make doubly sure all of the soldiers know that. If any of you so much as touches a hair on a child's head, I will fill you with so many arrows you will wonder when you became a hedgehog. What's a hedgehog? Some kind of demonic beast. Right, I forgot who I was talking to for a moment. At any rate, we will take what we need to survive, no more. If they think us evil for doing so, let them. Our goal is to defeat Ivan the Terrible and to purge the Operniki from this world. Once we do that, this frozen empire will finally see dawn. The tides of history will once again begin to move. Soldiers, take up your arms. Good grief. So they're left with no choice but to stage an uprising. Better than letting some of them starve to death. Besides, isn't this a welcome turn of events for us? Guerrilla warfare is one thing, but we still have far too few soldiers to think about fighting the Operniki head-on. As of now, the resistance movement consists of us, the rebel army of Isbron, Miss Atalanta, Billy, and Beowulf. Isbron's golems may be something of an equalizing factor, but we still need at least one more capable ally. Paxi, are you okay with this? Yaga Smolensk is your hometown, right? No, I'm fine with that. I'd already given up on it anyway. Besides, it sounds like the leader's gonna make sure our soldiers take it easy on them. I don't know if it will be that simple. Why not, Isbron? I'm a servant. I still have my memories from my old life. I believe I know a little something about proper human history, as well as the history of this world. And the way I see it, I'm afraid there are very, very few instances in all the time, past and present, where plundering of this sort went off without a hitch. At worst, a squabble could lead to a full-blown massacre. A massacre? But that's... Oh, it's perfectly likely, Mash. Even proper human history is chock full of people who were smarter than me and more powerful than me, and heaps of them did miles worse than I ever even dreamed of. And I think you know that just as well as I do. And I know to a certainty that if I had that kind of power, I'd have done the same terrible things. Good intentions notwithstanding, massacres can still occur. And this particular situation will be especially fraught with danger. First of all, the Yaga in Paxi's hometown and the Yaga in the rebel army do not enjoy the same quality of life. And, as we saw earlier, the rebel Yaga resent them for choosing stability and for swearing fealty to the Tsar and his Operniki. We cannot be certain that this resentment will not transform this small raid into a massacre. I won't let that happen. I'm afraid that is a promise you cannot keep. What was that? Massacre is not always some sinister thing arranged by evil men who seek to murder the innocent. They are like brush fires, sparking and spreading out of control. Hoaxes, history, hatred, misinformation, suspicion, racial discrimination, disparity of wealth, pride, panic, propaganda. All of these things mix together into a nightmare slurry. What is more, these things do not happen gradually, as in the proverbial slippery slope. What happens is that frustration and discontent continues to build to a breaking point until the tiniest spark creates a tremendous explosion. If we were on the defending side, it would simply be a matter of keeping the would-be victims safe. But as we are on the aggressor's side, that is not an option. Then there's nothing we can do? Damn it. I at least want to keep the damage to a minimum. Then we should focus all our efforts on defeating the Operniki as swiftly as possible. The worst possible scenario would be if the Operniki and the rebel army were to wage battle in the city with the residents caught in the crossfire. The rebels would assume the city's residents side with the Operniki, and the Operniki would think nothing of slaughtering residents to get to the rebels. It would leave no one willing or able to rescue the residents. Therefore, we must eliminate any factor that might lead to a massacre before it has any chance to cause the situation to escalate. Would that be acceptable, Master? Sounds good to me. Let's do it. Understood. In that case, I have a request to make. The rebel army still needs some time to prepare for leaving for the city. During that time, I would like to gather as many materials as possible in order to build a wall. Wall? Indeed, a wall of golems. Oh boy. Well, I suppose it's gonna be one way. One way indeed. So, how's everyone doing today? Hello, Levitar. Oh no, a buffering. I've just realized how annoying this can be.
Yes.
While I am using the NPC support, I have pulled her, yes. I have indeed pulled Nyalter. I have her NP2, in fact. The role I got her on, though, was terrifying. Because I had 3 transforming servant cards. 2 Berserker, 1 Saber. And so I got MP2 Nyalter in this in 110 roll and then MP2 Siegfried.
Yes.
Don't worry. The gotcha's already getting its retribution because I want a 5-star Saber and I'm not getting anything. Yeah. I'm not getting any of the riders I want. Remaining 20 enemies? What the Okay. Nyalter, are you? You are single targets. I'm not helpful here. Okay. She's not very useful when I'm trying to take out a horde of enemies. Artoria here is much more useful. And even Abby's not the most useful here. Thank you for signing your death warrants. Do it, 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 do it. Of course the boss is this one. Oh, fuck me. Thank you for getting Hans out. I shouldn't have risked it. Oh well. Oh, Heracles will get one round of support from Hans. And his noble phantasm sealed. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. Just get rid of them hurt. I got the golem cores. Damn, but I'm beat. Excellent. It seems this version of Russia is well suited to golem making. Wish I could help too. Those arms of yours are so scrawny, I can't imagine you doing anything with them. Alright, I got a little meat. Not much, but it's better than not eating. Very well, I'll keep working to make as many golems as I can in the time we have. Let me know when the rebel army is about to move out. Got it. Shun-chan, come on over here and learn this fella scent. Are you sure he can? Good point. You seem like he ain't got much of an odor to you. How about he learns the smell of the earth making up these golems instead? That does seem like it would work better. Alright, I will await your message. Got it. Okay, let's head back then. Man, you could almost cut the tension with a knife. Of course, this excursion will be nothing like the small-scale skirmishes we have been waging thus far. Not to mention, there's a very real risk that we may have to deal with a large number of Operniki. Atalanta! What is it, Chaldeans? Is something on your mind? Yes, as a matter of fact. A massacre, huh? True, it would be dishonest of me to say that the possibility never crossed my mind. But what of it? I have a duty to keep these rebels safe. It falls to me to save the parents attempting to atone for their child's deaths with their own lives. I understand that this is not the sort of majestic act that will start this nightmarish chain of events. However, so long as a massacre remains only a possibility and not a certainty, I cannot concern myself with it. Do you know what it feels like to be a soldier given food meant for starving children, just so you do not collapse from hunger on the battlefield? Perhaps the truly contemptible thing is neither the Tsar nor the Operniki, but this very world, for making it nearly impossible to grow grain here. The world itself, huh? At any rate, there is still some time before we depart. I'll pass on your concerns to the soldiers myself. Thank you, Atalanta. It is almost more than I can bear, Mist. Like Billy and Beowulf, I have no memory of fighting to restore humanity. But is fighting, saving the world, supposed to be this painful? I cannot tell any longer. Metropolitan Macarius, the Tsar wishes to see you. Does he now? How unusual for him to wake up at this time of day. He must have had a bad dream. Very well, I'll be right there.
Do hurry, please. If you upset him, even you may not survive his ire.
That could be difficult. It is my job to sway the Tsar's decisions. I cannot simply tell him what he wishes to hear to the exclusion of all else. I must be frank, even if he may not like what I have to say. Isn't that the role of Metropolitan Macarius?
Metropolitan Macarius, huh? May I ask you something, Father?
Of course.
I can't tell what it is you want. I can't tell what your ultimate goal is. And I can't tell what you really think.
I desire what you desire, Grand Duchess. You and I wish for the same things. I promise you that much is true. If I were asked to choose a side, I would absolutely choose yours.
Huh?
Forgive me, that joke was in poor taste. Just the improper remarks of a certain foolish man. To you, that must have sounded downright abusive. Please, forget I said anything. I am here to do my job, nothing more, even if I must reduce myself to a pawn in the process. I am here to sing the praises of survival, to offer condolences upon death, to confer blessings upon all manner of life, and to bring salvation to the forlorn souls of this eternal tundra. Right now, that is all I am concerned with, Your Imperial Highness.
I see. Go on. You shouldn't keep the Tsar waiting.
Good, he's gone. I still have no idea what that guy's really thinking.
It's strange. I don't distrust him as much as you do.
You're kidding me. He's one of the servants that not even Woodheim can control. You know, the guys Woodheim calls the disciples of the foreign god. In some ways, they're even more trouble than Chaldea.
That's true. And I know we shouldn't trust him, just like we shouldn't trust Anastasia. But for some reason, I really do feel like Father Macarius is going to stick with us to the end, no matter what.
I know you're there, good. Are you here to anger the Tsar, Macarius? He is dreaming peacefully now. Don't wake him. It's my duty as the Metropolitan of Moscow to inform the Tsar how his campaigns are faring. Don't worry, I won't make an ordeal out of it. The Tsar allowed his anger to get the better of him not too long ago, and he ended up wiping an entire village off the map. He feels very bad about that, you see, so I imagine he will devote himself to prayer for some time as penance. Is that all? If you have nothing to say to the Tsar, then I assume you have something to say to me. What is it?
I was just curious how you are feeling now that you have materialized as a servant.
After all, you and I are much alike. Neither of us would generally be expected to become a heroic spirit. It's only thanks to finding a suitable human body that we were able to become servants. It is nice being a servant. No need to worry about wasted time on sleep or meals. But of course, just because it's possible to do so doesn't mean it's pleasant. Gottlieb, you must be tired of doing nothing but playing the piano all day. Now is your chance to fulfill your true purpose as a servant. You are to leave for Yaga Kazan. A band of rebels comprised of ex-nobility has taken the city over. Go there with Obrniki and wipe them all out as quickly as possible. You want me to leave my piano? What are you thinking? Worry not, I will handle your duties in your absence. They were mine before you were summoned, after all. Rest assured that the Tsar will be duly pacified while you are gone. Very well. Make sure you do a good job, Maestro. If you don't, this Lostbelt will be subjected to an even more torturous hell. Was I not summoned to ensure that hell endures? Fine then, I will kill them all. Make sure the Obrniki can keep up with me. Somebody, fetch me a bicorn. Hello, Salieri. I wish you luck, Gottlieb. Or would you prefer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart? Thank you. I shall ensure those who divide the Tsar meet with a swift and terrible death, just as surely as my own death was arranged by the man in grey. Father Macarius, my beloved wife Anastasia has informed me of what has been happening. She tells me you have been traveling the land, spreading peace and preaching my gospel in my stead. It is a pleasure to see you again, Your Imperial Majesty. It fills my heart with joy to see you doing so well today. If the people living on the frontier of Russia are ignorant of your glory, then I must head there at once to enlighten them. But as you can see, I too am old and frail. I'm afraid I can only serve in your stead for so long. My deepest wish is that your wounds will soon heal, so that you may reassure your subjects in person. Yes, you're right. You must be the only one who dares to reprimand or criticize me. It is like a dream. Yes, just like a dream. It is like my Russia, as it once was. I seek peace, all for the sake of love. Anastasia, light of my life. I will never lose you again. Russia must remain forevermore. Macarius, you are the one man worthy of my trust. Tell me, is the frontier still a lawless, forsaken land? Not at all, Tsar. The Yaga there know of you, and have nothing but respect and admiration for you. This is thanks entirely to your gods patrolling the land to maintain peace and order. The only problem is that there are not quite enough of them. I see. Then I shall bolster the Operniki's numbers. I shall send them even to the cities in the farthest reaches of the land. Will that do, Macarius? Indeed it will. That is just what is needed. Do that, and all the Yaga will surely be able to receive your grace. Forgive me, Macarius. I have become something dreadful. What do you mean, my Tsar? I have been alive for 450 years, and I will surely continue to live forever. But I am still not strong enough. My glory as Tsar is lacking. I must bring light to all the reaches of the world. I must bring love capable of withstanding this blizzard to all the Yaga. And to do that, I must eliminate all those with evil in their hearts. I have received a revelation from a god. Though it may be a god from a distant land, it is still very much like the god we know. This god told me to spread the glory of Russia far and wide, and to condemn those worlds that did not end up like our own. They told me to wipe out the so-called proper humanity, who did not see fit to save us, to eliminate the cursed stargazers of Chaldea. But alas, I cannot take action against them myself. I have already made the mistake of acting in anger, and in consequence an entire village is gone. Those Yaga had abandoned their faith and neglected to pay you homage, Tsar. It was only a matter of time before they gave in to the temptations of evil and fell prey to the blizzard. You need not pity them. You may be right, and yet, if only I were stronger, this could have been avoided. The foreign god brought salvation upon this land. It gave us the Tree of Emptiness, with the power with which to fight the other Lostbelts. Thanks to the foreign god's blessing, the entire world will one day be just like this Russia. I do not care for that power. I may be the rightful ruler of the world, but what would I rule if the entire world were frozen solid? And the great Tsar, the Tsar cannot make mistakes. The Tsar can never... This time, the glory of my great Russia will know no bounds. I will make sure of it. And to do that, I will need the Operniki, my faithful hunting dogs, who will lay the groundwork to make my dream possible. Macarius, I am doing the right thing, aren't I? I must not stop now, surely? Yeah. Of course you are, and of course you must not, Tsar. But the time is not right for you to awaken. You must let your wounds heal and wait for the day when your eyes will truly open. That will be a day of feasting and celebration, the day when a new Russia finally blooms. But for now, you must rest and recuperate. You must sleep. Yes, I cannot hear the piano any longer, but Macarius, if that is what you say, then that is what I shall do. The Tsar has gone back to sleep. Russia will once again know peace, albeit temporarily. Now we no longer need worry about the Tsar knocking down the Tree of Emptiness. Will this do, O foreign priestess? Foreign priestess? The silver woman. Yeah, I can't tell if she's happy or upset. Even if I can't understand her language, I should at least learn to read her expressions, or I'll never be able to listen to her confessions. Who is that silver woman? I want to know. Back here. Sabers and assassins. Isha? Da Vinci. 2 anti-armies. That ought to do fine. Ready to go, Mist? I've already sent soldiers on ahead to take up positions where in the city. We will begin by eliminating the Upper Nikki occupying the city. Then we may start negotiations with the mayor. He will likely grow more unwilling to negotiate as the battle drags on, so we must attack swiftly and decisively to break the resolve. Alright, let's go. I do like collecting friend points, and I want to have a lot of friend points for when we get to this year's anniversary, because command codes. And the command codes that are available in the friend point pool are decent at the very least. I just want to be able to get a bunch of them. That's why I'm mainly stockpiling my friend points. Of course, I used a bunch when it came to the recent events because I needed to get the 3-star CEs, but you know. But yeah, it's just like, you play JP, so you know the command codes. I just want to be able to get some command codes early on. Like with the anniversary and the summer event, command codes. I should really see if I've got people I should trib. I'll save the noble phantasms for the last wave. Well done, Ishtar. You mean why I didn't use their MP gains? Well, because I didn't need to. And besides, mana burst is hard to time. But as for why I don't use, like, Yelter skills, it's because I've not been actually using her in the battles as I probably should have been. I will freely admit that. I think Inherent Wisdom can give her, yeah, an MP Strength buff. Okay. Half the time, I just don't think about using the skills. That's just about all it is. Sometimes I just don't think about doing it. And sometimes I'm saving them up for a massive attack like this. Which is what it ended up being. The first, Eternal Ice. I don't like a 5 AP cost node. You're just fighting assassins, huh? Bus took out the last of the Bernicki. Who are you, We are those who have sworn to defy Ivan the Terrible and the Bernicki's oppressive regime. It's the rebel army. You all knew about the Yaga suffering in the frontier, yet you still kowtowed to the Bernicki and told them about the Yaga who had fled. I understand it is the Yaga way to submit to the strong, and it is what you must do to survive. But there is a price for the choices you have made, and now it is the time to pay that price. Bring us 60% of the food you have stored. Over half our stock? You can't be serious, we'll all starve to death. I know a lie, wouldn't I, small one? You could hand over 70% and still be just fine. What? That's absurd. As long as you do not eat greedily, that is. Did you really think you could fool me? I have heard all about how some Yaga communities have essentially separated into nobility and commoners. How foolish. In this frigid tundra, any Yaga who does not receive a fair share of food cannot hope to survive. Did you honestly think you could form a nobility caste as whose only role is to sit idly around and grow fat? You misunderstand. We will not ever think to establish a nobility not sanctioned by the Tsar. All we did was divide our roles. Weaklings like the old, sick, and orphans are weeded out, leaving the warriors to protect the city and the rest of us to keep it running. That is how we've kept the city safe all these years. warriors keeping the city safe. The only thing they're keeping safe is the demonic beast colonies. I know how they've been shooting Yaga from other villages who happen to cross their path. Shut your mouth, you frivolous freak. Those demonic beasts are our quarry. Yep. I am speaking to your mayor. Stay out of this. Wait, please, you win. We'll bring you the food. But please, at least take no more than 40%. 50%. Give us half your food and we will leave your city in peace. I assure you, this will not be a regular occurrence. Our current circumstances are unusually dire. I hope you can understand, Mayor. Very well. I understand Atalanta went on the offensive to discourage them from resisting, but she may have gone a bit too far. Holmes? Hostility is running high in the rebel army right now. You can see it in their eyes. Oh yes, I can tell. I know that glare all too well. I have seen it aimed my way many a time. And yet, you're still standing. Indeed, they used to call me the indomitable Gordy, just like my father. Good luck, Larvitar. Foo! Foo wishes you luck. Don't you tell me that, cursed little monster. This is the things I get for sharing my bacon with you every morning. So for the moment, this hostility remains relegated to tongue-clicking and spitting in disgust. However, it will take but a single spark to ignite a conflagration. Be careful, Miss Mist. Ah! Master! Shut up, I barely bumped into him. How can you say that? He's only a child. We're in a hurry here. I don't have time for this shit. Both of you, just settle down. How dare you all revolt like this? It was the Tsar who made it possible for us to survive in this world. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for him, you ingrates. Shut up. Do you know what it's like having to watch the Upper Niki murder your little sister? They trampled her with their black horses until her body was just a red smear on the ground. Only because she was weak and deserved to die. Both of you, stop it. Enough. This conversation is over. Get back. Yeah, I mean you too. Damn it. Are you okay, Mash? Yes, I'm alright. I'm only watching from a distance after all. It's just this must be so hard. There aren't clearly defined lines between the two sides. Both have their own justifiable reasons for the choices they've made. Yeah. The Upper Niki are here. Huh? Reinforcements? Everyone get your rifles ready. Prepare for combat. I give the orders here. Your rifles stay where they are. Now hurry and get the food out of here. Thank goodness. I knew the Tsar hadn't forsaken us. This is the end for you, traitors. Rebels, tremble in fear. The Upper Niki will wipe out every last one of you. Are you an idiot? What do you think is going to happen here? Your people will be caught in the crossfire. Huh? This couldn't have happened at a worse time. There will be a massacre just as Visbron feared. We were hoping to minimize losses on both sides, but now it seems the opposite will be accomplished. What do we do? Our only option is to head as quickly as possible and face the Upper Niki far away from the townspeople. But even then, I'm afraid it will be fiendishly difficult to stop them completely. I only hope Visbron makes it here in time. Billy? Guess we're just gonna have to do what we can to stop him. Let's go! Here comes the Upper Niki, Master. Please be careful. Hostile rebels spotted defying the Tsar. We will mow them down and return them all to dust. Let's do this, Mist. I'll hold them off just as long as I can. Oh dear. Oh, good lord! Popping that just for the MP strength up. Oh dear god. 100 enemy waves are the worst! Alright, see ya, yes. Oh, leader. Let's get Ilya's NP charged up to blast him. Hmm. That works. Hmm.
冬用と春用どちらの装備を選択するか迷う季節ですね。小さなことからコツコツ小さなことからコツコツと慣れた頃ほど油断しやすいもの。受け取り忘れにはご注意くださいね。
Gotta reload. Give me a bit of cover. I'll heal ya. That'd be just capital, thanks. It's no use. I'm afraid it's already begun. Huh? Hi, Tajik. Yeah. Ah. They did it. They did it. Take that, you damn traitors. This is my town, you... Huh? What the... Why? My Tsar. Good damn Operniki. Ah. Damn it. Die. Die already. Death to all who resist the Tsar. Rest in peace. Ah. You bastard. Damn it. This thing packs enough power to stop a demonic beast dead, but these Operniki just won't go down. They're much stronger than the ones from before. Take this! Heck. What do you think you're doing? That was a civilian. What are you, nuts? He had a weapon on him. Look closer, you idiot. That was a broom. Ah. Fire! 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 Kill them. Kill them all. Damn it. Hey. My arm. Do not open fire on civilians. But, boss, they've got guns too. And the Operniki are all mixed in among them. We can't just ignore them. Aim for the Operniki only. That is all I can say. Right. Cannot believe I'm tolerating collateral damage. Damn it. Where's Mom? Is she alright? She hasn't come outside, has she? No, she's fine. There's nothing happening near her ass. What the? That was a bomb. The rebel army's bombing us. The Operninki's bombing us. What's going on? Damn it. No, there's a fire. Fire! My house is on fire. This is awful. What do we do? How can we save everyone? I don't know who started the fire, but if it spreads to the rest of the city... I believe that was a dust explosion. It was most likely caused by that group who attacked the grain storehouse earlier. From there, the resulting fire must have reached the warehouse that was filled with oil barrels. But worry not, the blizzard's picking up, so to speak. The fire should go out before it can spread. Avisbron! My apologies for being tardy, Master, but with the extra time I took, I will not be able to properly contain the situation. But really, are you sure? I am. Everything is in place. Now, let's turn this mess around, shall we? Golems, activate. Chunkin Bell Infinite. Why you, huh? Now you've done, huh? 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 Ah! They have two orders. Gather up all weapons, crush the Operniki. The golems I embedded throughout the city are already on the move thanks to the cores I set in place in the buildings I'm using for material. Fortunately, in fact, every stone wall in the city is imbued with magical energy. In consequence, it is all especially well suited to making golems. Of course, doing so ends up destroying a large number of stone walls and buildings in the process, but I hope you will agree that it is much better to lose buildings than to lose lives. While I'm on the subject, I should also mention that I was able to keep the fire from spreading by having my golems destroy the surrounding buildings. I had no idea you could use golems like this. No wonder you took so long to get ready. I do apologize for that. I only wish I had begun setting the course a little sooner. Is there anything else you would like me to do, Master? I think that about covers it. I'm glad to hear it. That makes all my hard work worthwhile. Okay, then. Visbron would be terrifying to have as an enemy. He truly would be so terrifying to have as an enemy. This is much more manageable. Let's just go ahead and pop that so that we can pop this. Suppose I should have expected them to live through that, but live through her noble phantasm. Oh dear, that's a lot. That's a lot of HP, I meant. Let's do this. I must agree. A good number of the FGO stories do make for excellent animes. But seriously, I'm not wrong in saying that Evisa Brown would be terrifying to have an enemy, now am I? For he truly would be terrifying. Very well, that should do it. Now then, let us make a cautious retreat. I've placed golems all throughout the city. I can't promise there will be no more injuries, but at least there should not be any further deaths. Eep! Please don't kill Hey, that's my weapon! Come back with that! Good. How's the food coming along? We're almost done thanks to the golem's help. Although we've lost almost a third of what we had originally meant to take. It will have to be enough. Rebel army, it's time to make our retreat. That's the signal to retreat, Master. Good. The Operninki should prioritize the golems over us. Let us take this opportunity to retreat as well. It'll be okay, it'll be fine. Ugh, what the hell am I saying? So what if it is fine? Can't visit her now. Hurry, give up on this town. I've abandoned it. Besides, that little bit of food I left her has got to be gone by now. Hey, you. Paxi, you traitor. I knew you joined the rebel army. Forget about that. What about my mom? Is she okay? Your mother? What are you, stupid? Your mother's dead all because you joined the rebel army. We gathered as many rocks as we could and stoned her to death ourselves. It's all your fault. It would have never happened if you hadn't been so weak. Now it's your turn to die, you piece of... Can't be. No, you're lying. No, I know he wasn't lying. I should have known all along. I should have known the city would never let a traitor's family go unpunished. Of course they weren't going to kill my mother when I gave up on this place. No. It's not my fault. It's not. The rebellion isn't the right. These Yaga are all sinners. We should never have lived in the city. This place always scared me ever since I was a kid. They've always been so ruthless with the weak. Dad used to be the captain of the city's guards, but when he petitioned the Operniki for more food on the city's behalf, they killed him on the spot. The city's trash, worse than trash. Why couldn't Mom just leave? It's my fault. No, it's not. It's not. Damn it. Paxi, what are you doing? Come on, we're leaving. Huh? Shit, there's still some Operniki left. Go on and bring up the rear. Hurry. I'm sorry. Paxi? Where's he going? Let's go, Master. It seems Paxi is going his own way now. What happened? Paxi. I feel like I'm going to suffocate. What's wrong? It's almost time for our inspection. Oh yes, what's his name? Kirshtaria? Woodheim, that's it. I'm told he's a mage from a very old, distinguished family. No, I haven't. Well, I haven't watched in a while. I've watched on occasion. There's plenty of mages from old families. That's nothing special. Woodheim's the real deal. He's got the lineage, the skill, and the confidence. I hate to admit it, but there's no better choice for leader than him. The cryptors are supposed to be competing to see which Lostbelt comes out on top. But we pretty much all know that he's gonna end up winning. You mean at this point in time? Yeah, at this point in time. Good. I'm glad to see you've still got some fight left in you. For a while there, I thought we'd scared you off for good. Stand down, Operniki. She is our guest. She is no threat to the Tsar. Heh, might be, depending on what you guys have been up to. If your king turns out to be a useless third weakling, I'm taking him and this whole Lostbelt down. Please stop trying to provoke us. I respect the effort it must have taken to cross the sea in storms just to pay us a visit. But I can't say I approve of you trying to stir up unnecessary trouble. Fighting now benefits no one. Besides, I'd hate to have to cut the number of Woodheim's precious divine spirits from 3 to 2. Well, listen to you, and here I thought you were just another weakling. Hey, Grand Duchess, is he acting tough 'cause you're here? Or has he just been keeping his fangs hidden all this time? Do you really need to ask, Canis? It's both. I see. So he's scared and foolhardy, huh? I like that. It means he's still got plenty of room to grow. What do you want? I don't have anything noteworthy to report. Everything's going fine. You call this fine? Yours is the only Lostbelt where the Tree of Emptiness hasn't taken root. Hell, yours hasn't even sprouted yet. No wonder my master's concerned. Why do you think he sent me here? He was worried a weakling like you wouldn't be up to the challenge. I'm doing great. Might be a slow start, but that's not anything new for me. My caster and I are going to be the last ones standing when this is all over. That won't change. I know the Tree of Emptiness hasn't taken root. That's because the Tsar doesn't get why he needs it yet. But it's only a matter of time until he does. In the meantime, I'm going to keep laying my groundwork. Ever played Reversi? No, I guess you wouldn't have. Well, let's just say I'm playing the long game. Things will switch up down the line. You've got harsh eyes. I can see your ambitions in them. So you're sucking up to your king while waiting for your chance to turn the tables on him, huh? Fine then. If you can actually put one over on Woodheim, that'll make for one hell of a show. Alright, I'll tell him there's no problem in Russia. This Lostbelt's foundations might suck, but its king is as monstrous as they come. Yep, I took a peek at him, and he's quite the beast. I don't think our own Demiurge could take him. Make sure you get a good jump on the other characters, K-Dux and Lupus. You want to look good for your woman, don't you? Think it's sweet, a master and a servant being a couple? Once you've made it official, I'll pop over and make her my woman right in front of you.
How vulgar. Uncultured boor. I despise your kind.
Well, ain't that a coincidence? I can't stand a woman who can't do a damn thing for herself getting fawned over all the time. Are you lonely or something, Canis? Do you need someone to talk to? If it's a tea party you're looking for, I'll grab you a chair right now. Sure thing. I'll be glad to take you up on that when little Miss Grand Duchess ain't around. And hey, listen to that biting wit of yours. How come you keep that under wraps most of the time? Let's just say I know there's a time and a place for everything. Now, is that all you have to say? Yeah, that's it. Oh, hey, one more thing. Are the proper human history guys still here? I'm pretty sure David said they'd be showing up here in Russia. I'm handling them as we speak. They'll be out of the picture soon enough. The hell? You mean you still haven't killed them? Tell you what, I'll do you a favor while I'm here and take care of them for you. I don't think so. This is my Lostbelt they came to. That makes them my quarry, mine to deal with as I see fit. Is that so? You sure are pushing your luck, aren't you, human? Almost like looking back at myself back when I was still living. Fine, K-Doc. I'll see how far that arrogance of yours carries you. You're right, Russia is your game board, after all. You just do your best to get first place, but be careful you don't get taken by surprise. If you pull it off, maybe then I'll join you for a little tea party.
What an obnoxious servant. If you hadn't been here to stop me, I would have ended up killing Canis myself.
We don't need any more trouble right now. We don't want to bother the Tsar either.
I wonder if all heroes from the Age of Goth are as rude as she is. I can't stand how she looks down on us either.
Yeah, I know. It's all my fault.
Yes, it is. And when something reflects poorly on you, it reflects poorly on me as well. I understand why that is, but it only makes me angrier.
I still have some tea leaves Pepe gave me. I know you servants don't need that sort of thing, but I hope it'll at least put you in a better mood.
That will depend on how it tastes.
Sheesh. Another quartz. And while I would love to keep going, my lack of sleep combined with all the talking is starting to wear on my throat a lot more, so it is longer than our usual 2-hour stream by about an hour. I hope you all enjoyed being here and going through a bit more of Anastasia. I will be sure to not progress any further while I'm not streaming, and we will pick up right here at the start of section 13 at the start of the next stream. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed your time here. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. As always, down below I've got my schedule, the Twitter timeline, and the suggestion box. If there's anything you guys want to see me do on stream or work towards off stream, pop it to me either in the suggestion box or shoot it to me in a tweet. I will do my best to make it happen. So, thank you guys for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.